Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer and coach from Live, Love, Give, and today I have a message for you which is, as always, coming in real time after I've had a really amazing coaching session with one of my coaches, and so I really wanted to share some insights with you guys in real time in the hope that it will be empowering to you guys as well. And the message that I have to share with you guys is to stop overlooking your greatness by expecting yourself to be different. And let me unpack that, bring in some of what's going on in my life and why I've got that kind of message for you guys today. But ultimately, what I was able to uncover with my coach today was super, super empowering. And so it's exactly why I really wanted to share this message with you guys. And I'm going to bring in, the whole concept around overlooking our greatness and not being able to get on path because we are expecting ourselves to be different. And, I'm always trying to drum it into you guys, absolutely, that, that there's not just one way, and that just because somebody else is successful in using this set of instructions and this set of steps doesn't necessarily mean that you too are going to have the same success if you follow those rules. Now, this kind of can go against the grain because a lot of people, and it's true in both sides of this equation. So a lot of people say, don't reinvent the wheel. Look at how somebody got to that point, copy their steps, and you'll be successful. I agree with that in certain realms, but not all rounds. And I'm going to explain in terms of how that's affected me today and how I've empowered myself and how it can be different. So it's never just like, unfortunately, this one size fits all easy magic pill that just solves everything. Just do it this way and then that's it. And the reason, the example that I want to share with you guys today is that I've been kind of a bit up and down and kind of struggling with what were my next steps in the mission that I'm trying to serve. And what my amazing coach and some of the personality psychology that I study religiously has absolutely helped me break through on, today I discovered that I had been expecting myself to be different than I am. And my wonderful coach did what great coaches do, which in terms of what they did was reflect back to me what where my greatness is, rather than me getting caught up in all these shoulds that have been preventing me from seeing what I've been creating and what I've been doing just great. And every time I've been successful, how I actually did that, instead of injecting this other concept behind it. So what that was for me was that I was like constantly judging myself for not being planned enough, for not having more long-term vision and all the steps laid out with clarity and direction. And I had been judging myself for not having it all like laid out and planned for me to just follow. But a funny thing happened. So that's what I thought I wanted. So a couple of weeks ago, I worked for like 2.5 hours with my coach, who's helping me, lay it out in terms of my mission. And I worked with him and got all the steps I said I wanted, all of them, clarity, direction, all the steps worked out right in front of me, action steps, go for it. But I couldn't get into the action. And that goes against who I am, because I am very much action driven. I've got to get into action. Just give me the steps. I'm going to go. But not when it's not inspired from within. And what I had found was, and the battle that I'm constantly being reminded of and given beautiful lessons from the universe, or however you look at it, constantly in my life, has been that I can overvalue other people's perceptions over and above at the expense of my own, which I've spoken to you guys many, many times before about. But there's always a next layer. You think you grew, and then there's a next layer available to you. And for me, what I had discovered was I felt like I had actually filtered through my decisions and the action steps now through my coach. And I was alerted to the fact that that might be the case when I actually wasn't motivated or inspired to take the action steps and put them into action, even though I had the clarity that I said I wanted. And actually what my coach helped me with today was seeing that I work very differently to what is perceived to be, the right way to do things. Having that structure, having the clarity, having all the action steps lined up. And he was able to reflect back on me all the times when I've made the greatest success in my life and in my mission have been the times when I've worked exactly how I work. And this is why I like to coach people to identify who they really are, not what they think they should be, and to identify how their brains are wired and how that plays out in their success, rather than injecting some other person's success that's absolutely allowed them to be successful onto themselves and then put themselves into a state of procrastination, overwhelm, and agony and suffering because they're trying to be somebody that they're not. They're trying to operate in a realm that they're not. And I am feeling so excited, so energized, so absolutely can't wait to get going and jump more into this, because I've realized and I've taken off the shoulds that I'd expected myself to be, being able to reflect back and see how I've been most successful and not reinvent the wheel in my own inspiration and action and most success, and not inject the values of other people onto me and get in the way of me actually being successful. So what I was able to do was to see, for me personally, I'm not saying this is going to be right for you, we've got to figure it out for you, but for me personally, how I get into my most inspired action is that I have a vision. I don't know how I'm going to make it happen, but it's something that just seems totally exciting to me. It's really inspiring. If I could make it happen, it would be just thebomb.com, right? But I don't know how I'm going to make it happen, but I start with that vision, and then what I do is I get excited about it. I'm passionate about it. I know, I trust I can work it out along the way. I share it with those that I want to help and inspire and definitely serve my mission with. And I prove the concept with them being interested in that and them wanting that help and that support. And then I go to town with making it all happen, and I totally surprise myself at what I can create and come up with and be successful with going in that realm. And I need that time scarcity. I like that time scarcity. I like being in the real-time moment, creating it, seeing what's working, what's not working. People who work with me know that I'm constantly getting feedback from you guys to make sure that this is meeting all of our needs, that my inspiration is for the purposes of getting you to yours, so I want that feedback, and you guys probably get driven crazy with the amount of feedback that I'm constantly seeking and getting from you, because I want to make sure that every step of the way you're feeling it just as much as I am. And we have to have that, that give and take. We have to have that equal value exchange in terms of what's getting created. It's not just all about me just doing what I want, and it's not just all about everybody I want to serve at the expense of me. It's like coming to this co-creation through inspiration and empowerment, and that's the way I do it. And as soon as I try and expect myself to be one of those people who are just amazing at getting all the necessary steps in place, the big, and then they religiously work at it step by step, that just does not work for me. I feel restricted by it. I feel like I'm lacking freedom from past decisions. I can't engage in the moment and see and see, is this still inspiring to me? Is this working for everybody? And so I've worked out and I've given myself permission to just be me to a whole new level, like I'm always doing. But like I said, there's always another layer. Whenever you grow, whenever you get more authentic, there's always another layer of authenticity. Whenever you get more empowered, another layer of empowerment. Whenever you, really just trust and believe and align with yourself, there's always that next trust, belief, align action step. And I love that, because there's always room to grow and constantly on the improve. But sometimes it's really great and really powerful to have somebody on your team reflecting back those things to you, because we can get so caught up in our own minds about how we think it should be that we completely disregard and don't even recognize our greatness and how we are at our best and most inspired. And ultimately, that is the name of the game. If we're not operating as our higher selves, witnessing and celebrating our greatness along the way, constantly up-leveling, improving, but being proud of ourselves for all that we're achieving along the journey, like, what really is the point? You know, we're just constantly disregarding all of that greatness that each and every one of us has in our own unique ways, you know, and that is my mission, to help you to discover what your genius is and help you to unleash your greatness and stop shooting all over yourself, stop expecting yourself to be somebody who you are not, and actually wake up to how great you are right here, right now, and own it and give yourself permission to step fully in that. Make your own rules and forget about everybody else's. All right, definitely want to jump in and check in with you guys. So make sure if you've got any questions, you guys know how energized I get by your questions. If you've got any comments, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know where in the world you are tuning in from. I always love hearing that. Say hi, and definitely, if you haven't already, make sure that you are booking in one of my 15-minute power sessions where I can get on a video call, get to meet you personally. I love doing that, and to get to see how I can personally help you break through to your next level. Stop shooting all over yourself, discover your genius, and unleash your greatness. So I'd love that opportunity to do that with you. So check out the times I've got available on my calendar and book in one of those free sessions with me, and I can't wait to meet you. And I have got Sonula and Komang and Aaron and Madeline and Sam's back. I love it. And Judy and Huss is here as well. Love it. And Azar and Muralin and George and Diaz and Sam. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for your kind compliments as always. And Justin's here, and RJ and Reith and Rian, and much love to you, Justin. And Rawiti, I'm not sure if I ever say your name right. I hope that's right. But kia ora to you, my friend, from New Zealand. Such a beautiful place. I love it. And Russell's here, and Abhishek is here as well. And Sam, I love that analogy, magic pill, the one size fits all. Absolutely. You know, we're all kind of subconsciously chasing the magic pill, but it ain't there, you know, and even if there was one, it'd only work for some people and not for you, you know. There's just not going to work. So we have to wake up to that and start doing the work so that we can, you know, maybe we've got to go through a little bit of short-term pain and effort for that long-term gain. But if we try chasing the magic pill, it's going to be long-term pain the whole way, you know, because we're always going to be disappointed. So absolutely. And Nolina, lovely to see you. And Kuno and Lucas Saweska from Poland. I really hope that I said your name right. I don't even know if that's your surname or your first name, but I so appreciate you being here. Thanks for being here, and hope this message is valuable to you. And Pravin and Kuno, hello. And Shalendra and Danielle and Gerardo, awesome. And Sam, yes, growth is continuous, absolutely, never stopping. And Tomislav, hello to you, and Ram and Tony and Gael. And Sam, love how strong and aligned you're embracing your values rather than being influenced by others. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate you seeing that and being on that journey with me, and I love that. There is nothing more empowering than, you know, coming from the inside out rather than the outside in. And so that's why I share all this part of my journey with you, in the hope that, you know, you can see how you're maybe, you know, coming up against the same challenges and potentially use the same strategies that I'm using to tap into your authenticity and become your most empowered self. So thank you, Sam. And Liam's here, and William. And Tanya, awesome. And Gail, I have also a vision, but I need more motivation. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Thank you, Gail. And I love that you have a vision. Let me just put a quick side note in here. Anybody who works with me already knows this, but there is a massive difference between motivation and inspiration. I used to call myself a motivational speaker. I no longer do. So you'll never hear me say that anymore, because motivation is you trying to live outside of your highest values. When we try and live outside of our highest values, we absolutely require motivation, whether in the form of pain or reward, in order to continue down that path. But when you actually live in alignment with your highest values, you are spontaneously inspired from within to get the job done, to wake up, to do it all. Nobody has to remind you or motivate you to do it. You just want to jump into action. You're so energized and engaged when you're actually operating in alignment with your highest values, which is your most authentic self. And so that's the difference between motivation and inspiration. Always choose to get inspired and forget about motivation, because it's externally motivated. It's intrinsically coming from, it's an intrinsic inspiration. You know, think about it that way. So coming from within is sustainable. Coming on the external, you can't control those external sources, and you're just up and down, and you never quite get it, and you feel defeated, and you don't have the energy. So just wanted to throw that side note in since you brought up motivation there, Gael, and I hope that that resonated with you guys. And Rick is here, and Brian, hello, my friend. And Sam, totally agree. Make my own rules and swim to my greatness. I love that, Sam. Absolutely. Make your own rules. Forget about everybody else's. You know, you might want to pick up and try out other people's rules to work out and gain self-awareness on what works for you, what doesn't work for you. But at the end of the day, nobody has the right rules of the game for you, you know? And so make your own. Break theirs, make your own. Decide for yourself. It's going to be the most empowered place that you could ever think to or hope to come from. And values is just that big underlining piece. Align with your values. That's when you'll make your best decisions. That's when you'll make your most inspired visions, and you'll actually be fueled to actually make them happen, instead of the stop and start motivation that's extrinsically focused. So love that. And Michael from Berkeley, California, I love it. And Madeline, hello, I've just started following you, and I'm really inspired by what you have to say. When we talk about vision, how can I find what it is I should be doing? I love that, Madeline, and thank you so much. I'm grateful to have you here, and I'm grateful that you are finding some inspiration in these messages, touching my heart, my friend, so thank you so much. When I talk about vision, you know, how can I find what it is that I should be doing? Easy. Start with identifying what your highest values are. I run it in my group coaching program, the 8-week empowerment program, all about authentically empowering yourself. And the first week is all about uncovering your highest values and fully aligning with them. Second week is creating that vision based on your highest values without filtering it through anybody else, society shoulds, all of that. We drop all of that away. We get you into alignment, into authentic alignment. We get you fueled, and we get you creating a vision which is going to be so clear. You know, what creates the confusion in our lives when we think we don't know what we want to do is really that we are subordinating to somebody else's set of values at the expense of our own. So all of my work and that particular authenticity empowerment program, it is all about getting you clear on your highest values, your greatest vision, and giving you the system to put in place to actually have the courage to implement it in your life, and not just learn about it, actually do it, and have the coaching element and the community element as you go on that journey. So if that is something that is of interest to you guys, I've just been working out when I'm going to launch round 2, because currently I'm in the final week of the 8-week program, and it's been super exciting. People are getting great results, and I'm getting amazing feedback from every one of those amazing superstars. God, I love you guys. But yes, if you are interested in that, I would encourage you to book in one of my 15-minute power sessions, and we can have a chat about it, and I can see if that's a great fit for you. But it will be launching in June again, probably mid to late June will be the second round. So if you want to make sure that you are a part of that, definitely let me know. And if you want to find out more details, let's jump on a call. So I encourage you to book in one of my 15-minute power sessions. But absolutely, Madeline, quick answer. Identify your highest values and create a vision with those in mind. That will cut through all the confusion, I guarantee you. So do the work to do that. And if you'd like me to help you with that, you've got to be in the program. So reach out to me. and love having you here. And Randy, I'm up late as well. Can't wait to hear your words of wisdom. Oh, Randy, I'm so grateful for you, my friend. I'm doing this a little bit late in my afternoon, but it's just like the last little bit of sunlight. And it's so cold here in Melbourne. I need to escape to some summer climate right now. But love having you here, Randy, as always. And Anthony's here. And Sylvia. Thank you, Sylvia, for clarifying that with me, because I'm always trying to say your names right, and it just like drives me insane that I don't have you guys here to just go, actually, no, you got it totally wrong. It's this. And so I really appreciate that, Sylvia. Thank you, my friend. Love having you here. And Ethan's here, and Rocky, and Anthony, and Raul, and Gail. Amazing. Thank you, Vanessa. You are so, so, so welcome, my friend. Grateful that this has been of value. And Jan's here, and Tahir. Awesome, guys. So that really is my message for you guys today. I hope that me sharing that little piece of my empowerment today has definitely got you moving towards your next empowerment. So remember, stop overlooking your greatness by expecting yourself to be different. You know, just because somebody is successful in this regard doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. You know, you've got to work it out for yourself. And instead of focusing on what other people are doing and creating success with, and you thinking, oh, I have to do it that way, and then you find yourself not being able to get into the action, or there's just all these blockages. They're blockages for a reason. You know, start actually coming from within. Reflect back at all the times when you've been successful and actually own it. You know, celebrate your wins. Look back and see what's worked, what hasn't worked. And, you know, don't reinvent the wheel based on your own success rather than everybody else's. Okay? And that goes very deep into different realms that I'm going to have lots of stuff coming up for you guys, which dives into personality psychology, which gives you so much clarity and direction in what your path of empowerment and success is, unlocking your genius. But anyway, that's for another day, and I just want to say thank you so, so much for joining me. And as always, I'm sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you, to wherever you are in the world today. I hope it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary, just like you, and I so appreciate your time. And just last little comments here. Sam, yes, I highly recommend working with Vanessa and do her program. I discovered my genius through this program, and now I'm inspired and empowered into my greatness. Sam, you are such a superstar, and I feel absolutely and totally honored to be on this journey with you, and you are such an action taker, and you make the most of everything that I'm trying to serve you with on this mission. So my heart is with you, my friend. I'm so grateful for you, and so kindly appreciating your beautiful, kind recommendation and words. That touches my heart and means the world to me. So thank you, my friend. And Paul's just joined as well. So anybody just joining now, I really hope that you catch the recording and get a ton of value from today's message, because I'm signing off, and really hope that this message has served you. And I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Much love.